Hello, my dears. Hi, it's day-oyabunmi. Hi, how are you? Excuse any background noise. You know, it's summertime, so it's busy. People out doing all types of stuff. You know how it goes. But thank you so much for tuning in, for watching, for your support, for your subscription, for your likes, all of the ways that you support me, for purchasing my online trainings, my ebooks, all of the ways that you support me. I'm so grateful. If you have, been subscribed from the beginning for these last years, I thank you. And if you are just coming on in, I thank you and I welcome you. Ashe. So in today's messages from Ori, we're going to look at how we can prepare for the upcoming shifts that we're going to see in society. I don't know about you, but I'm having a feeling that there will be some significant changes coming into our lives. Something about the culture and society is shifting, and I want to see what that is first, and then we'll look into how we can prepare for those shifts. Today, I'm using the Tazama African Tarot, which is a beautiful deck gifted to me by one of my close friends on my birthday. Woo woo! And then we're also using a message deck that I created myself, okay? Before we get started, if you're interested in a personal tarot reading, if you're interested in learning how to read tarot, I got an ebook for that and an online video for that as well. If you're interested in Ifa reading, Ifa-Orisa reading, Ifa-Orisa related ebooks, online trainings, any of that, daydreamalston.com, baby. Okay? Great. And I'll actually put a link somewhere above my head right now. Okay, so you can click on that and it'll take you over to my website. So let's look at what are some of the significant societal changes that we'll see in the coming months, in the coming years. And then we'll look at how we can prepare, okay? So may my divine guides support me in seeing and communicating clearly about this topic. So we have the Two of Cups. Isn't that a beautiful card? Look at that card. And we have the Nine of Cups here. So, initially with the cups out, we know that that has something to do with emotion, relationship, intuition. So with the Two of Cups and the Nine of Cups here, what I see initially for the societal changes that are coming is I see people coming together more. I see camaraderie, friendship. I see that people are going to start to notice and realize how important it is to be aligned with members of the soul tribe. Yeah, I just see people being brought together. I see people of the same soul tribe coming together and really figuring out how to work together. With this symbol up above their heads, and the Two of Cups always has usually has a caduceus, which is the symbol for healing, right, and health and medicine. I do see that people are being drawn together, right? Like people of the same soul group, soul tribe are coming together so that they can bring some type of healing to our society that brings more emotional fulfillment and well-being. I do see people going more towards things that make them happy, make them excited, lift them up, boost their spirits, which is really cool. I see people coming together to bring about positive change in the coming months and years, and this is awesome. For some people, I see that this is intuitively guided. Like some of you are going to receive some strong intuitive hits that lead you to form new societies, new groups. I don't know. Are you guys going to start villages? I don't know what's happening. That's so interesting. I just see people gathering together for the greater good. Wow. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So I think what's happening with the shift in society is that there's going to be more of a focus on coming together to build things that are not only sustainable, that feel good to the soul. I feel like people will start to see that some of the things we've been building, creating, co-creating are not sustainable, are not long lasting, don't bring fulfillment or joy, right? We're kind of chasing the bag all the time, chasing money, but I see people coming together, forming unions, and this can be love relationships. I see the right people coming together at the right times. But there's something about coming together to build, create something new. Some some of you are like buying land, or there's something about resettling on tracts of land, on new lands. With the Temperance card, I just see more balance coming in to our lives, and I just see people going back to older ways of living where they're going to be taking more of an initiative in like every aspect of their lives. If that's growing their own food, making their own, like people are just going to be more self-sufficient. They're going back to the old ways because they see that that's more sustainable. And I see people willing to kind of lay down everything they've built, everything they've done to have like a joy, an emotional fulfillment, and a well-being that they haven't had with the current system. Like people are prioritizing their well-being, their health, their relationships, their happiness over finances, over work. With the Page of Pentacles, people are finding new ways to create wealth, to build wealth. Some of you are going to have some really good ideas. And this, be mindful, the ideas you're getting may actually come from people, younger people in your family, in your generation, or younger generations. So be open with the Page of Pentacles, because I just see these passionate new beginnings, but they're going to come from some new ways of thinking and being, okay? So let's see how we can prepare for the significant societal changes that are coming. How can we prepare for these changes? Those watching, listening, what are the ways that we should be preparing for these changes? Yeah, this is like the first card that came out when I was just doing a test run yesterday. So with the Eight of Swords, in order to prepare for this change, there's a need to free yourself from, bondage, from mental slavery is what I gathered. So there's ways that we think, that we behave, that we process information that we've been taught, right, that have been passed down through generation, that are not helpful. And look at this water underneath this woman. It's kind of like washing away all of this, very unhelpful, these very unhelpful practices, thought patterns, and things like that. Even belief systems, like there's a need for them to be cleared out in order for us to be ready for the changes that are coming, in order for us to take advantage of the changes that are coming. The divine is saying some of you are very stuck in your ways, very rigid and stubborn. And with this energy, you have to be open to the changes that are coming, and open to movement and fluidity and flowing with life. The divine is telling me some of you will not be okay with this new way of being. Like, it'll just feel so foreign. It sounded simple when I was laying it out, but any significant change is not simple. It's not easy typically, right? It like takes a lot for us to get on board with the change. But if you want this, well-being, if you want this freedom, if you want to find ways to be more balanced and in line with the divine, you have to release yourself. That's very important, okay? Release yourself. from bondage. The divine is saying, don't believe everything you hear. There's a need to be very careful of believing the words of people that we consider to be authority figures in order to prepare for the societal changes that are coming next. With the Five of Wands, this usually indicates like some type of battles and things like that, but I'm seeing this as people forming a wall. It's very important that you work together, that you get with the right people. Remember, soul tribe, soul group. Get with the right people so that you guys can form like an alliance to make things happen. Be open to changes in your environment. Be open to changes in your friend group and the people you spend the most time with. Some of you may have to leave some people behind in order to really take advantage of and get the best out of this energy. How else do we need to prepare for these changes? What else do we need? Open up your eyes. Don't allow yourself to be duped or tricked. Like, pay attention to what's coming, what information you're receiving intuitively. Pay attention to, you know, how you feel when someone says you need to do this or you need to do that, and we're just looking out for your best interest. Be very, very careful of that. With the Justice card here and then with Temperance out from before, we know that there is a need for great balance. But the way that you're going to be able to prepare for this is to really take time to center yourself. To make sure that things are in alignment in your life, that things are just and balanced and right. There's a need to be very careful of things being like skewed to one side or the other. You want things to be very balanced in order to prepare for the societal changes that are coming. Some of you may have to get into politics. I don't know. I see some type of legal work. Some of you this may be for one or two of you, be prepared to challenge the status quo in your own life and in society. Don't be afraid. The divine is saying, as we prepare for this, new world, new way that we're entering, at first, it's going to be heavy lifting. It's not going to be an easy transition. It's not going to be easy work. It will take a lot of just stamina, right? Hard work, perseverance, tenacity, but you have it at your disposal. Like, you can do this. The divine is saying, in order to prepare for what's coming, you need to be open to really following your passions and the intuitive hits that come in. For those of you who have been afraid to do that in the past, the divine is like, no, you need to really focus on this, right? Like, really focus on it. Don't play around. When you get these intuitive hits, follow them, because the divine is going to be giving you all types of information that can be really helpful in this situation. Some of you need to take the lead. You will be leaders in this new culture that we're going to enter into, and the divine wants you to embrace that. Really set yourself up by focusing on your foundations. Like, build foundations that are solid, that cannot easily be ruptured or distorted or broken down. There's something about that with the 4 here. Really go for it. Like, see this as your time to shine, because for some of you with the Emperor, it is going to be your time to shine. If you're having ideas about something you need to do now, like, the divine might actually be sharing something with you about what you need to do to move forward, right? and you've been holding back, the divine is saying, like, make your plans and move forward, because you need to do this. You may have to be the one to make a decision for your entire family. And when you do that, it ends up kind of saving them in some way, okay? The divine is saying with the Two of Pentacles to check yourself with your money. Please try to save money. Put some money away for a rainy day. Get good with really stretching your dollar. The divine is saying there may be some financial difficulties coming, and we need to really be good with stretching our dollar, being resourceful, maybe even bartering. With the Ten of Cups, how we prepare for what's coming, the societal changes. First, the divine doesn't want you to get too caught up on just the fear of it, right? And the preparation for it. The divine still wants you to enjoy your life. But with the Ten of Cups, I see this as intuition. For some of you, there's a need to sit in meditation, because the divine is going to give you very specific instructions about how to prepare for the societal shifts that are coming. Take some time away, isolate sometimes so you can hear what the divine is communicating. Try not to take everything so serious, the divine is telling me. Like, sometimes we're so enmeshed in the physical life here that we sometimes get really overwhelmed, and we forget that this is a spiritual experience that we're having, and that we're here to do just that, like have these different experiences. Life is like a smorgasbord of experiences, right? The divine is saying don't take that too seriously. Be open to intuitive messages. And with the Eight of Pentacles here, how we prepare. So just get busy. Some of you really need to get busy on your life purpose. You already know what that is. Your services will be needed as we enter this shift. Get busy on that. For some of you, this is working on your resources. The divine is saying some of you need to also build up your cache of your reserves of extra food, extra water, extra things. Love this. This is just confirming. Another way we prepare is by sharing. The other side says connect, right? So this is all about like working with other people, connecting with loved ones to share concerns. This is the time where if you know someone is like just a sharp person that, you know, you think they would be good if shit went down to kind of collaborate with, then that's what you need to get with them now. The divine says come up with mantras. For some of you, the changes are going to be really overwhelming, so you want to find ways to be very calm and balanced. Some of the other things I got really quickly were about movement. Be ready to shift and move at a moment's notice. Like, there's something about this nomadic energy where some of you may be living in places that are going to become increasingly unstable, and you need to move, and you're already feeling that. So the divine was like, look, be open to moving, even if you have to. I remember one time I moved and I like sold all my furniture. I gave a lot of stuff away because it was like a clean start, and where I was going, I couldn't carry a lot. Some of you will be forced to do that, will be forced to let things go, okay? And the last card here we have is new story. The past is dust. Create a new story for your present and your future. The divine is saying let go. Let go of those things, you know, those stories, those practices, all of these attachments you have. There's a need to detach to make way for what's coming. I do see a great shift in humanity where we're coming together in love. But remember, before big shifts, you know, take place, or before things get better, sometimes they fall apart. They get worse, okay? So I hope this has been helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.